Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you've all heard the saying, time is money. And in the world of today, all of us sell our time as a commodity in exchange for money. However, the concept I want to talk to you about today is something that sees our time not as a commodity to sell, but as a currency in and of itself. And this is the concept of time banking or time banks, and it has been gaining popularity over the last 20 years. So what is a time bank? Time banks are an alternative banking system that use hours instead of money. As I said, they see time not as a commodity to sell, but as a currency that you can use in exchange for other services. Let me explain how they work. Time banks are community-based initiatives that encourage people to help other members of their community by sharing their skills. So, for example, you can provide manual labour such as gardening or cleaning, and in return receive services such as training in a foreign language or music lessons. The theory is that 1 hour is equal to 1 hour. So 1 hour of work in a skilled trade, such as electrical work, for example, is equivalent to 1 hour of a simple task, such as dog walking. Now, most time banks today are online platforms. All you have to do is find a time bank in your community, register as a user, and then decide what services you can offer. So if you speak a foreign language, you could offer language lessons, you could perhaps offer an hour of interpreting. And when somebody uses your services, you get an hour that you can put in your time bank, or 2 hours, however long you have spent on that service. Once you have banked your hours, you can then spend them on whatever services you choose that are available within your community time bank. Now, to give you some background on time banking, the first time bank was set up in the 1980s by a man named Edgar Kahn. Now, Edgar Kahn is a progressive lawyer who wanted to provide his legal services to poor people who could not afford to pay for them. However, what he found was that this idea of simply providing charity to people was in fact dispiriting and disempowering for the people he was trying to help. So what he did was set up a time bank. By doing this, he could still provide his free legal services, but in exchange, people were offering their skills in return. So rather than simply giving out charity, he was enabling the people who needed his help to feel as though they too were contributing something to their community. I'd like to give another good example about how time banks can make a huge difference in people's lives. The Portland Time Bank in the USA collaborates with a healthcare provider called True North. As you know, in the United States, there is no social security system, so there are many people who are uninsured or underinsured. However, the collaboration between Portland Time Bank and True North means that members of the time bank can provide services and bank the hours that they have earned by providing these services, and then use their hours to provide healthcare or to buy healthcare for themselves or for a family member. And through this scheme, through this collaboration between True North and the Portland Time Bank, 25,000 hours of healthcare have been provided. So this is hours of healthcare that has been provided to people that would otherwise be unable to afford it. Now, according to the US non-profit organisation Time Banks USA, there are currently over 300 registered time banks around the world. And these can range hugely in size. The smallest registered time bank has just 15 members, and the largest, a huge 3,000. So the number of members and the number of services available can vary greatly depending on the time bank. Now, in an economy that uses time as a currency, all of us are equal. Time banks can help to reduce inequality and strengthen community spirit, solidarity and cooperation. Now, time is unlikely to take over from our traditional currencies anytime soon. However, such time banking initiatives help to make our world and our communities kinder, more inclusive and fairer places to live. Thank you.